Y'all were saying how Katy Perry sucks. Yeah, she does now. A video of Katy Perry saying why she's still the worst. And I'm only talking about this
Katy
because she recently went to outer space. You know, she's an astronaut now. So
Perry being out of touch is honestly not surprising when you remember that she's a god-awful human being and literally bullied a nun to death. If you've been following me for a minute, you might
wait, what? Did she say bullied a nun to
human being and literally bullied a nun to death. If you've been following me
I didn't know that.
for a minute, you might remember almost 2 years ago, I talked about this long legal battle Katy Perry was involved in with a group of nuns, and it was so much pressure and so much stress on these nuns that one of them literally died in court. So let's do a little recap for those who might not have any idea what I'm talking about. Katy Perry is a terrible person. This is Sister Rita Callanan, and this is Sister Catherine Holzman. Them, alongside 50 other nuns, pulled all of their money together in 1972, and they bought this property for $600,000. The home is beautiful. It's located in the Los Feliz neighborhood of LA, and eventually they would go on to turn this into a convent. Now, despite 52 nuns originally moving in, numbers started to dwindle, and by 2011, there were only 5 nuns left. In 2011, the Archdiocese of LA gets in touch with the nuns, and he's like, hey, y'all gotta get the fuck out. Because the church planned to sell the home for $7.5 million.
What?
The nuns did not agree. They thought it was a super low offer, but they did as they were told by the Archdiocese, and they left. So yes, even though the nuns
That is fucked up, man.
controlled the deed and the nuns were the ones that bought the house with their own money, the Vatican basically has a rule that says that any transaction related to the church that is $7.5 million or more has to be approved by the Vatican. They can basically decide what to do with it. So the Vatican has every right to sell the house. In 2014,
But it's not the Vatican's house. It's the lady's house. They put in their own money. Oh, hell no.
Katy Perry approaches the Archdiocese of LA and offers to buy the home for $14.5 million and offers $10 million in cash. The Archdiocese is like, you know what? Hell yeah. The 5 nuns that were left, believing that they had a right to the home, opposed it with the Archdiocese and said that Katy Perry stood for everything that they did not believe in. And as part of all their reasoning, they even included a video that one of the nuns found online of Katy Perry saying that she sold her soul to the devil. Instead, the nuns offered to sell the home to this restaurateur named Dana Hollister. Dana offered the Archdiocese $15.5 million, so $1 million more than Katy Perry.
Get your bag. Get your bag.
She only offered $44,000 in cash. Dana apparently wanted to turn the home into a boutique hotel and donate a portion of the money that they made to charity, which the nuns gave their blessing for and they agreed. The nuns went on to exchange the deed with Hollister, and then Hollister moved in. This, of course, immediately prevented Katy Perry from being able to buy the house. In 2015, the Archdiocese asked the nuns to meet with Katy Perry in hopes that, maybe she could win them over. At the meeting, apparently, Katy Perry sang the gospel song, Oh Happy Day, by reading the lyrics off her phone.
Oh, happy day.
And then showed the nurses her wrist tattoo that said Jesus. One of the nuns later telling Billboard she was nice, she told us why she wanted the property, sang a song, and then left. Immediately after, Katy Perry sues Dana Hollister, stating in court documents, and I quote, Hollister took advantage of vulnerable elderly nuns who she malevolently convinced to oppose the Roman Catholic Church. The judge would go on to invalidate Dana Hollister's sale, but because she had already moved in, the judge allowed her to stay in the home temporarily. Hollister would go on to make a statement about Katy Perry saying, it's interesting that she has all this girl power and she's running over a woman and 5 nuns. The nuns made a GoFundMe to help with legal fees. It made about $50,000. And then in November of 2017, a jury did find that Hollister intentionally interfered with Katy Perry's legal purchase of the home, claiming that Dana Hollister must have known that the nuns did not have a right to sell the home. Dana was ordered to pay the Archdiocese $6.6 million, and she was ordered to pay Katy Perry $3.3 million. Dana was also found guilty of malice and fraud, and after
I didn't know all this about Katy Perry because when I covered her going to space a few days ago, y'all were saying how Katy Perry sucks. I didn't know. Yeah, she does now. I didn't know about all this, dude. Apparently she bullies older people. Yeah, she's a piece of caca, dude.
I think she owed both parties $15 million. She would go on to file bankruptcy just a couple months later. And at that point, the judge would rule that Katy Perry could, of course, move forward with purchasing the home. In March 2018, Dana Hollister has another court hearing. In support, both of the nuns went with her. Outside of the courtroom, Sister Catherine Holzman told Fox 11, Katy Perry, please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people. They would then go back into the courtroom, and mid-proceeding, Catherine Holzman would go on to collapse and die. Sister Callanan would then go on to tell the New York Post Katy Perry has blood on her hands. And after everything, Katy Perry ended up not even buying the house, and it went back on the market shortly after. And that, my friends, is how Katy Perry literally bullied a nun to death. I think what's really sad is it's a beautiful home. I understand why Katy Perry would want it. But there's a million homes in LA that look like this. I mean, we've all seen like Selling Sunset, right? And with $14.5 million, you could have bought any house you wanted. Katy Perry could have literally walked away at any point and chosen not to put all these people through that.
Facts.
Katy Perry being out of time.
Yeah, you guys are saying she used to sing Christian. She was a Christian singer before pop star. Probably did sell her soul. Damn. I didn't know that, man. When you have money, that's what happens, dude. That's what you do, apparently. Her daughter was a pastor, I think. Didn't check my chat. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. You guys ruined Katy Perry for me, dude. All right, Wendy said on Twitter, can we send her back? Yeah, dude, that's okay. So that was something I was confused on. I'm like, why is Wendy's the restaurant, not Wendy Ortiz? Okay, before you guys fucking start coming at me. All right. I was like, yo, why is Wendy's telling her if they could take her back? Let me see if I can find it.
Wendy's has refused to apologize to Katy Perry. So when Katy Perry
Pop Crave said, Katy Perry has returned from space. Wendy says, can we send her back?
went on her little space mission to hold flowers in space and stare into the camera, I guess, Wendy's made a tweet basically just saying we should leave Katy Perry in space. You know, they were probably thinking of that tweet longer than Katy Perry was actually in space. Anyways, this tweet caused a lot of controversy, especially since Kesha jumped in agreeing with Wendy's without like straight up agreeing with Wendy's. And because of all the controversy,
wait, what did Ketchup say, bro?
People started calling on Wendy's to apologize to Katy Perry. Basically, they're saying Wendy's has no reason to beef with Katy Perry. Now, Wendy's actually did end up
talking about Wendy's, dude. They have the best spicy nuggets, bro. Go try them.
Responding to this whole situation, but they refused to actually apologize. Let me tell y'all their statement. They said they have, quote, a ton of respect for Katy Perry and her out-of-this-world talent. I see what you did there, Wendy's. But that was it. They never actually said sorry to Katy. And now there's like a lot of Katy Perry fans basically saying they're going to boycott Wendy's. I mean, I'm sure Wendy's is going to miss the 2 Katy Perry fans in 2025. I don't know. She might have a new fan base in space now. But if that's the case, I doubt they'd be going to Wendy's, you know, regardless.
Okay, now I have to see what Kesha said. Hold on.
Apparently has beef with Katy Perry. They felt some sort of way that Katy Perry went to space with Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origins. Pop of a Wendy's cup clearly shading Katy Perry. And this is what
okay. So she just, all right.
Wendy's commented, can we send her back? Last time I checked, I didn't realize that Katy Perry and Wendy's had beef with one another. And I don't know why Wendy's even cares that Katy Perry went to space. Now, Kesha posted a picture of her sipping out of a Wendy's cup, clearly shading Katy Perry.
There you go.
Now, Kesha did sue Katy Perry's longtime collaborator for rape. They did settle the claim back in June of 2023. Katy Perry still uses him, but she said she also uses other people. The reason she uses the collaborator is because he's helped facilitate her experiences of her life for her new album. I don't get why.
Thank you. Shout out, dude. Yeah. So basically, she just posted a picture drinking something from Wendy's. Looks like a milkshake. Milkshakes are fire there. If you guys ever go, make sure you get a chocolate milkshake with some fries. Dip the fries on the milkshake or in the milkshake,